Hello, this is the first question of the 49th IMO, the International Mathematical Olympiad. The 49th class from Waitian High School participated in Spain in their first year, and the 50th in Germany the following year, achieving full marks both times. The IMO final has 6 questions from 6 different countries, and the first question is proposed by Russia. H is the vertical center of triangle ABC, with the midpoint of BC as the circle center. The circle passing through H and intersecting BC intersects at A1 and A2. The circle centered at the midpoint of CA intersects with H at B1 and B2, centered at the midpoint of AB. The circle and line intersect at SECR. In order to show that points A1, AR, B1, B2, C1, and C26 form a circle, we need to first understand the concept of the perpendicular center. The perpendicular center is where the perpendicular lines on the 3 sides of a triangle intersect. In the case of an acute triangle, this center lies within the triangle. The second problem is similar to proving 6 points are concircled, with a usual initial focus on proving the 4 circle points. In the same way, the other 4 points are semicircular, and finally it is proved that 6 points are cocircular. It is with these 2 points clear that we can do this topic. First of all, let's take the midpoint of ABC0 as the center of the circle over the H point, and make a circle with the length of C0H as the radius, which is what we call circle C0, and then take the midpoint B0 of AC. Create another circle with its center at point H, so that it intersects the original circle. Label the intersection point as AE, B0 is the midpoint of AC and C0 is the midpoint of AB. Use C0H and B0H as the radii to form 2 circles. These circles intersect at point H and another point, denoted as A1 foot. This intersection also lies on the line passing through the center of the original circle. Yuan C0 intersects, then his intersecting string H is perpendicular to B0 C0. This is an important property of the intersection of 2 circles. The intersecting string and the connection of its 2 centers are perpendicular to each other. Then let's see, since B0 C0 is the midpoint of AC and AB respectively, and the median line of the triangle B0 C0 is parallel to the BC side, so the skimming H we are talking about is perpendicular to BC, then the point H is the vertical center of the triangle. So the lines AH and APH coincide. So if this A is skimmed on the perpendicular line of A, we get a skimmed on the line of A, and we see that a very important theorem in the circle in this original C0 is called the cutting line theorem. AA skimming H and this AC1 C2 are its 2 intersecting strings. By the reasoning of this cutting line theorem, 2 intersecting chords, it has such a relationship, AC1 multiplied by AC2 is equal to AA apostrophe. Multiplied by A, and similarly, in the original B0, AF and AB1 B2 are also 2 rubber strings. The same theorem has AB1 times AB2 is equal to AA apostrophe multiplied by A, then since AC1 times ACR is equal to AA apostrophe multiplied by A, AB1 times ABR is also equal to AA apostrophe multiplied by A, so there is A multiplying by ACR is equal to AB by AB. Then we see that ACR and ABR are 2 intersecting line segments, and then inversely generalize from this cutting limit if the 2 intersecting line segments satisfy such a product equal, then these 4 points are concircular, which is B1 B2 C1. C24 point is farther away. Let's look at the cutting line theorem above. In the same circle, AC1 times ACR equals AA apostrophe. AB multiplied by ABR equals a skimming A. Now we have 2 intersecting line segments like this, which have the form of such a rank, then we can derive B1 B2 C1 C2 4 point AD. Since it is circular at 4 points, then we can make the perpendicular line of CCR, and then make the perpendicular line of B1 B2 after point B0, and these 2 vertical lines intersect at a point, and we regard it as point O. Then this O point is this. B1 B2 C1 C2 the center of the circle and the center of the circle, then it is also the shape of the ABC of the triangle. Since this C0 point is the midpoint of AB, OA must also be equal to OB, and OA is also equal to OC. So this O point is also the shape of the triangle ABC. Therefore, We introduce this B1 B2 C1 C2 is on a circle with O as the center of the circle and OB1 as the radius, which is a circle with 4 points concircular, and the same can be proved A1 A2 B1 B2 it is also on a circle with O point as the center of the circle and OB1 as the radius, and the same principle can also prove that these 4 points are co-circular. Thus, in this 6-point part, the basic proof process is followed. Upon examining two contestants from our country, Wei Shen and Zhang Chen, it is evident that their problem-solving methods differ. Wei Shen's approach, in particular, is so remarkable that it seems almost otherworldly, showcasing a truly ingenious problem-solving technique. If interested, you can search for this question and share it here to save time and earn more points together.